All right, let's talk about something really weird and incredibly powerful in the crypto world. We're going to dive into the power of money that can never be spent. Sounds crazy, right?
Yeah, there's this strange silence, and it's coming from crypto wallets. Wallets that are just sitting there, holding absolute fortunes, but they can't speak. They can't trade. They can't move. They're just frozen on the blockchain, packed with wealth their owners can never, ever touch again.
So, what we're talking about here is what's called a dead wallet. And no, this isn't just some empty account. Think of it like a digital Fort Knox, stuffed with crypto, but the keys, they've been thrown away forever. It's locked up tight, and there is absolutely no way back in.
The best way to picture this, it's like they're ghost ships. Seriously. They're these massive vessels, loaded with treasure. And here's the crazy part. Everyone can see them on the blockchain, but you can't touch them. They're just adrift, floating in this digital sea for all time. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how does a super high-tech vault like this just get sealed up forever? Well, the reasons, they're surprisingly and sometimes pretty tragically human.
Yeah, this isn't some crazy complex hacking story. It's about everyday life, stuff that could happen to any of us. It's the early Bitcoin miner who jotted down their seed phrase on a piece of paper that got tossed during a move. Or the person with a password on a laptop that's now buried under a mountain of trash in a landfill. And, in some really sad cases, it's people who passed away without ever telling anyone how to get in, taking the keys to their digital kingdom with them.
All right, so these fortunes are gone, locked away. You think that's where the story ends, right? Nope. This is where it gets really, really interesting. Because this silent, totally unusable money, it actually has a massive impact on the entire crypto economy. It's what we call the scarcity paradox. And that's the big question, isn't it? I mean, how? If you can't sell it, if you can't trade it, if you can't do a single thing with it, how on earth can it still have so much power over the price for the rest of us? Well, get ready for this, because the scale is it's staggering. Analysts think that somewhere between 3 and 4 million Bitcoin are just gone, permanently lost in these dead wallets. That is a mind-boggling amount of wealth that has vanished from the active economy. To put that into perspective for you, that's nearly 20% of all Bitcoin that will ever exist. A full fifth of the entire supply is just at a play, locked away on those digital ghost ships we were talking about. Okay, here's the easiest way to wrap your head around this. Imagine someone discovers a massive vault of gold, but it's buried miles underground, so deep that nobody can ever get to it. We all know it's there, but since you can't spend it or sell it, the amount of available gold in the world just got smaller. And what does that do? It makes the gold we can get our hands on more scarce and more valuable. Dead wallets do the exact same thing for crypto. But the story doesn't stop there with this silent scarcity. Because you see, some of the most dramatic, heart-stopping moments in crypto happen when one of these dead wallets suddenly wakes up. Just when everyone's written them off, treated them like digital fossils, thinking that money is gone for good, a transaction pops up, a signal. Just a tiny amount of crypto moves for the first time in like a decade. That ghost ship just flipped on its lights. And the reaction? Oh, it is immediate and it is electric. These automated whale trackers start blaring alarms all over the world. The markets start to shake. Everyone's thinking, is a huge sell-off about to happen? And then the rumors, the speculation just ignites and spreads like wildfire. And suddenly, the entire crypto world is asking the same questions. Who could it be? Is it Satoshi Nakamoto, the legendary creator of Bitcoin, finally coming back? Did someone actually find that old hard drive in the dump and recover the keys? Or is it some early billionaire who just felt like today was the day to log back in? The thing is, nobody knows. And that mystery, that's part of what makes crypto so exciting. Okay, so let's pull back for a second and look at the deeper meaning here. What does this whole dead wallet phenomenon really tell us about digital wealth itself? Well, it shows this incredible contrast, right? On one side, you've got this immense digital power. I mean, wealth that's recorded on the blockchain that could literally outlive its owner forever. But on the other side of that coin, you have this incredible human fragility. All of that power, all of that wealth can just vanish because of a forgotten note, a fuzzy memory, or a personal tragedy. And really, that's what this is all about. This isn't just about numbers on a screen or market caps. Behind every single one of these wallets, dead or alive, there's a human story. A story of a brilliant idea, a lucky break, a simple mistake, or a life that ended too soon. So the next time you hear someone talk about crypto scarcity, remember where a big chunk of that value actually comes from. It comes from these silent kings of the blockchain, these accidental vaults that, without making a single move, are quietly shaping the entire future of money. And that kind of leaves us with one last big question to think about. In this digital age, where more and more of our lives and our assets are just data, what is the real, actual weight of a forgotten memory?